Welcome back. Thousands of people marched in major South African cities to protest against President Jacob Zuma's leadership last Friday, demanding his resignation after a cabinet reshuffle triggered the latest crisis of his presidency.
More than 50,000 people marched in South African cities to protest against President Jacob Zuma on Friday, April 7, demanding his resignation after a cabinet reshuffle triggered the latest crisis of his presidency. Zuma's sacking of Finance Minister Pravin Gordhan in a reshuffle last Thursday, March the 30th, has outraged allies and opponents alike, undermined his authority and caused rifts in the ruling African National Congress ANC, which has governed South Africa since the end of white minority rule in 1994.
What is at stake is that the hyenas, the thieves that are being directed by the Gupta family, are now given an opportunity to take over the running of the country's treasury.
We're definitely calling each and every person in a country to see to it that at least at the end of the day, or at the end of the time when this particular 2019 comes, all these particular problems that we are encountering in this particular country have been eradicated, being destroyed.
And there is no political expression, any form of expressing yourself politically that is futile. It is business unusual in South Africa today, and millions of South Africans are tired of Zuma's leadership. There are marches today in every single city in South Africa where South Africans have gathered to say Zuma must be fired. So it is not business as usual, and I believe that through this march the ANC will see that South Africans are tired of Jacob Zuma.
In downtown Johannesburg, police fired rubber bullets and tear gas at some protesters and injured one man. The police were trying to prevent the ANC supporters from breaching a cordon separating them from backers of the opposition Democratic Alliance Party. 74-year-old Zuma has faced protests in the past, but the political fallout from the president's controversial sacking of his finance minister continues as markets show their displeasure at the move. Two ratings agencies, Standard & Poor's and Fitch Ratings Agency, also downgraded South Africa's credit ratings to junk status within 1 week.
Meanwhile, South Africa's ANC Secretary General Gwede Mantashe says the party will not be part of the movement to remove President Jacob Zuma. This comes ahead of an expected vote of no confidence on the president by lawmakers later this month.
That is not arrogance, that is not anything. It is about a self-respecting organization. You know, last time there was a motion of no confidence in Parliament. There's another one coming. I think it's the 10th one now. Every time there's this vote of no confidence, there's an attempt by many in the media fraternity to mobilize ANC cadres to vote with the opposition. This time around, there is that attempt again that those who are loving their country must vote with the opposition. No army allows its soldiers to be commanded by the enemy general. No army anywhere in the world will subject their foot soldiers to be commanded by an enemy general. So if the expectation for you is that we will recall Jacob Zuma because opposition forces say so, it won't work that way. It will take the ANC to discuss, take a decision, make a determination. We are not going to stand on rooftops and declare unity. Unity will be earned, we'll forge it in the trenches, we'll work together, and President Jacob Zuma is the president of the ANC. Now, when you ask me that he is here to stay, you're asking a very loaded question. He is the president of the ANC.